Well, hi there, it's Brooke, and today we are doing some Christmas tiered trays. I'm going to do my Pinterest inspired tiered trays. I have picked out 3 photos from Pinterest that are all very different, I think. I wanted to give you any kind of aesthetic or look and color palette that you could possibly have in your home or that you want to use. So I picked out 3 very different ones. I think they're going to be a little challenging for me. I think one's going to be okay, but I think 2 of them are going to be just a little more challenging. So that's always fun. You get to watch me struggle, and hopefully I don't break anything this time. Just so you remember, this is the Amazon tiered tray that I use. I just find this is the most common tray that you see on Instagram, Pinterest, or wherever you're looking. You can get that tray in white and black. I just have the brown one. They're all on Amazon. Mine's like the Co-op Creative brand, but I've seen all different kind of versions of it and everything. So one of the trays I am kind of copying is a white tray, but of course I'm just gonna use mine. So yeah, I'm ready. I got my sparkly headband on, I got my Christmas shirt, and let's get to tiered traying. So for the first tiered tray, I am going to do a black and white theme, as you could see. And as you can tell by the picture, there's a bunch of black and white buffalo check. I have similar boots. I have that Merry and Bright mug. I have similar black and white buffalo check, the like ball pick things. I do have that exact little white cake stand or cupcake stand, but I must be using it somewhere else, so I grabbed another one. I think I have very similar trees because they look almost exactly like the ones I'm using from Hearth and Hand. And then the little canister cups from the Target Bullseye. But like the sign, I kind of had to improvise. White snowballs I don't really have, so we're going to try something else. Let's get to recreating this tiered tray. Let's start with the little booties. And mine are actually connected together. They're the little ornament booties from Kirkland's. And where I think those are almost 2 separate ones, they look like, because they're kind of positioned differently. So I'm just going to put those front and center. And then they have the Merry and Bright mug here, so we'll kind of space that there. The little white cupcake stand is over here. And then there's no place like home sign. I do not have a sign like that. And the only sign I have shaped like that has the red and black buffalo check. So I just grabbed my let it snow, let it snow, let it snow little snowman sign, because I thought maybe that kind of gave the similar like vibe, and it's kind of snowy like the other one. So that's what I have for that. So if I push that all the way over this side, they kind of have a little black and white pick, and this is just a pick from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to leave the pick on because I like that, although it'd probably be easier to play with if I took it off. But I'm going to leave it like that. They have a Merry Christmas that is very similar to one of these. So let's see which one actually will fit. Well, that one doesn't even fit back there. I think that one's gonna be better just because you can see it a little better. And then they just have, I think it's just these trees. And Hearth and Hand I saw does have these out again. Just in, what do I want to say? They have a little bit different base this year. So the tree fits in there better. Maybe we do that. Yeah, that looks good, huh? They really, like, over here they have, I had gotten this vase to use for that, like, candle, but we really don't need that. So let's just leave it like this for now. I'm gonna stick this other pick I have on this shelf. We are going to stick this back here for some filler. And then, oh, they have trees back there. So I'm gonna stick this tree here. And then this little tree here, I think they have. So now comes in the snowball part that I do not have. So I thought maybe these would look cute here. And then I grabbed just some white picks. And this is one that I have taken apart. I do use these on my tree, so we will see what I can get going here. And then they do have some straws in here, but I don't have any straws. So what do you think would look good in there, in that cup? Okay, I went and grabbed my wooden measuring cup, so I feel like it just needs a little something in there to fill it out. So let me look a little bit in front of it without, okay. I mean, this isn't my favorite look, but I think we recreated it very closely to what it was. They have a bow up here, and I did grab this like M ornament I have, but you can't really see that, so there's really no sense in trying to mess around with that. So I think I did pretty good. I mean, if I were to use this on here, obviously I would take that pick off the back and probably trim down these so you like couldn't see that or something. And I would maybe add a little greenery in over here, like some pine that was similar to this in style and everything. But overall, I think we did pretty good. I think it would be fun to have some of those little snowball kind of things they have in here just to sit around. These would be good to use. You could just pop those off the ends if you wanted. I might have to pick some more of those up for something like that. Otherwise, I think it turned out pretty good and I'm happy with it. All these are fairly simple this time. I just wanted to keep them more minimal and more simple. There it is. For the second inspiration photo, I chose a very kind of simple one that I feel could be used all through Christmas and all through winter if you wanted to. I mean, the things aren't very Christmassy, they're very neutral. That's kind of how the first one was too. It was a very neutral type of palette. I had to improvise a fair amount for this one. Like literally the only things that I had that were exactly the same were the pine cones. I have a lot of inspiration pieces for this one and we're just gonna try to make it work. Let's start with the first piece here is that blue mason jar, and that one is painted and mine's just actually like a blue turquoise on it, so we are just going to go with that. And then I have either my happy or my blessed candle. This one is more of a vanilla smell and this one's more of a summery smell. But then I also just have this Merry Christmas little, you know, kind of canister looking thing. So I wasn't sure. I picked out three things because I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to use. And I also thought that like this could go up there instead of that candle, and then you could have the big blessed candle down here instead of the family mug. And then I don't have any of those like glitter twine balls. I swear those are from Hobby Lobby. So I am just going to use these ornaments that I picked out for my upstairs tree. And we are just gonna see how that works in there. And I wanna say there is one way in the back. If you were to zoom in on this, there's kind of one hanging out in the back there. And I don't have any sort of ball or bell or anything like that. And since this is open, I just thought maybe sticking this little greenery in that pot would kind of simulate that candle with the glittery bell on top of it. Let's see, I have a pine cone. That one kind of goes there. Here I have another pine cone. Kind of goes there. And if you look closely, there is some like greenery right there. So I thought some of this eucalyptus looks similar. So we'll just use that little bit for now. For that little white deer, I have like a big wood white deer ornament, but I thought these would work a little better. And these are just the gray deer from Target. And I do believe they have some of these as ornaments. And I think they have these back again this year. I have the brown ones too, but I want to say they have both of them. I think this one might give me the most similar effect. And I did grab a couple ornaments. I don't have an all clear one, so I just grabbed this white one. And then I just grabbed a turquoise blue one, and mine is not nearly as big as that. If we wanted to, I feel like I could fill that in a little bit. And then if you look, like over here is a star. That's the closest thing I had, and that is not gonna fit. It might fit up here. I mean, we could put it up there if we wanted. I don't know. That looks a little like a lot up there. I'm thinking I just want this up there. So that's too big. I see like snowflakes in the back, so I just grabbed kind of these fabric snowflakes that are from Target. Let's see if we can kind of hide the ends maybe a little bit. Or maybe we stick this one over here. I also have this little lantern, and this does light up. So I thought maybe that could kind of fit in back here for some filler. So I kind of broke all my rules here, didn't I? Like, use things that I just thought would look good with it and filled it in. So sometimes if it's not working for you, if you pick this picture and you're like, I really like this, and you're trying to find things that work, and you're like, okay, I don't have anything that exactly works, just let it flow through you. Just feel the tiered tray and let the creativity out. I couldn't help myself. I had to be a little extra and just dial it up the way I wanted to. I couldn't just leave it with like the snowflakes down at the bottom and like it was in the pictures. So I tried to pick out different ones for you, but I still got to put the Brooke on it, right? So here is my neutral blue Christmas tiered tray that doesn't look very much at all like the picture. But I gotta do me sometimes, and this was the time. I just couldn't leave it like this. I really like this. I really like how it came together. It still has the feel of the blue and the simplicity somewhat. I just had to give it a little more fullness. I really like this tray. This is probably, I mean, other than this saying Merry Christmas, which I could technically just flip it around or use kind of a different pot, I could totally use this for winter time after Christmas and be completely happy. Here is the blue Christmas tray. For this tiered tray, I had all of those trees, but I only had one plaid, but I do have a green one in the same line from Walmart. Those 3 trees on the top are a pack of 3 trees from IKEA, and I do have them. I'll show you that. And then with the signs, I think I have a truck sign, but it's way bigger than that. So I just improvised with my Merry Christmas signs that I've made. And then also I just grabbed a couple little snowmen and then some different kind of ornaments to, you know, add a little nostalgia to it, or just to kind of make it more for my family. And then as you see there is a felted ball garland. I don't have that exact one, but I do have this one that I got from Etsy, where I got like the fall one and the Halloween one. And I just kind of wanted to share with you real quick how I string this together. I just have some soft microfilament line. I mean, I think I got this at Hobby Lobby forever ago. You could use fishing string, you could use like the stretchy band stuff. This is just stiff. It's literally like fishing line, really skinny fishing line. And then to do another project, or was it this one? I don't know. I picked up these giant knitting needles. They were like, I got like a gazillion of them for super cheap, but they're like just super long and super big here, and so I just carry them around in my whole little pack. But I don't know what I'll ever do with all these needles, but that's, you know, it's Amazon, and I couldn't find them. I probably didn't look hard enough at Hobby Lobby just to get a little fewer, but that's where I got them. So what I do for this is I lay it out in the color pattern that I want, and I just string it through. So I'm gonna do that quick here, but I just kind of wanted to show you what I use since I've been making these for the last 3 holidays. So I have my garland all done, and I just love the colors I got on this. I have 10 felt balls of each, so there's a 50 long garland. I don't know why it seems shorter than my mantle one. Maybe I just tighten it together. They should all be the same size. So let's start with the signs, because I think that'll give me a good reference to where I want to put everything else. So of course the Christmas one is going to go down here. And then the Merry one goes up here. I did not have like a little wood stand for the tree, so I just grabbed this one. And I got these little trees a couple of years ago, but it's the Winterfest. And I don't know if they're still calling IKEA's Christmas line the Winterfest, but that's what they called it a couple years ago. I'm curious to see what they come out with this year. I did order these online, is how I got mine. I don't have an IKEA anywhere close to me. So let's see if we can make these little guys fit on my tree. Oh yeah. So now I have my little trees up here. Let's do the plaid one over here, since I don't want to do green by green. I have another plaid one, but it is a bigger one. So we'll do that one there, and then this one kind of over by there. It looks like one end of this is right there, and then it comes around, and instead of that little snowman and whatever the guy on the bottom is, it almost looks like one of those nesting dolls. I just grabbed my little snowman that I got at Hallmark forever ago, probably like 20 years ago, but I named, this is Owen, and then this is Roger. I don't know why I named him that, but that's what I have written on the bottom. So we're gonna kind of come up around him here, give him a little height, and then they got him, which you'll probably want to give him a little height too. He's almost like up there, but I think I want him more like here. And then instead of just red ornaments that say Merry Christmas on it, I've made little handprint or fingerprint ornaments with the boys. Last year was the first year. They did some thumbprints in some salt dough, but they've never painted them. It's supposed to be a snowman. I might have to go back to this because this can get completed. But on the red ones, we did little minions, and I still wanted to use the red. And then I grabbed a little smaller green one. And then the other red one is kind of down here by the Christmas. Should have maybe did it in 2 sections. I'm thinking they have 2 pieces of garland, which I should have done with mine. So I could easily go back and do that. But I kind of covered it up with that right there, which I don't know if I like. Okay, I went up through the back there with that, and I am just going to leave it super simple like it is in the picture. I could go through and fill up that back with trees and different things like that, but I think I'm just gonna leave it simple like the picture. That one's a little brighter just because of the white tray. The signs are more white, but I like it. I like the super simpleness. I mean, you could fill that in with more trees or this or that, but I think I'm just gonna leave it like this and keep it real simple. No improvising on this one. We're keeping it simple. So I like this, my cute little Merry Christmas one. I do have another little snowman. I have 3 of them. So, I mean, I could have put that on here. You could have filled this in with like a few more ornaments. I could have just used red ones. I think it is kind of fun to have the little fingerprints of the boys. They did these in 2015, so 7 years ago. And Ollie is 14 now, so he did that when he was 7. This one is Oliver's down here, and he did all of his himself, I know, but I know we helped Lincoln with like the eyes and different things. So here is my final Pinterest inspired tray. Well, that was all 3 of my Pinterest-inspired Christmas tiered trays. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got some inspiration and some ideas on how to take a photo and make it yours, or to just recreate what I have, or to use what you have to recreate. Don't think you need to go out and buy everything, although I do like to shop and buy new things, but I'm really trying to focus on using things I've already had to make these tiered trays. Yeah, I don't think anything was new for any of those this time. So I hope you enjoyed, and hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.